Hi guys, welcome back to another 30 plus click with Max and Yoyo. Um, we're so excited to have you with us once again. Thank you so much for your continuous listening, for making it a date with us. We appreciate you, we love you, and yeah, thank you. Do you have anything you want to say, Yoyo?
Well, I just wanted to say thank you as well as Max has said. We really appreciate your views. We appreciate you sharing it on your status. We also appreciate you following up and your comments. They are very precious to us. We love you.
Yeah. If you're enjoying the content that we put out, um, please continue to share. Please share this within your circles. This is one of the quickest way you can help us grow and help other people, get this wonderful conversations that we try to keep having. We're always about value and having conversations, the kind that we have in our kitchen. So we hope that more people will get involved. So please, we need your help to keep sharing so that we can keep growing. Okay? Thank you. And now, a few weeks ago, we had a conversation about a friend or two friends that fell out, and I'm sure that every one of us have always been in that situation, or at least once in your lifetime, you must have been in a situation where you were in a friendship and it did not work out. Many times we can say that the I'm gonna use this Nigerian slang, the breakfast from friendship, is usually more painful than the relationship breakfast. And so in the aftermath that a friendship breakfast is now occurred, what next? What happens next? I guess that's where we want to take a critical look today. So I hope you're tucked in and you're ready to go because we're ready to have that conversation. Yo, are you ready?
Of course, always ready for you, Max. And
Okay.
so after the breakfast has been served and after we've eaten it, and so we're wide apart. And so, sometimes the negative side of it is to continue on the blame trend. This person did this person did that. And you take that blame to the next level to start looking for people that you would sell that blame trend to. And then you take it to the next level by also now looking for the person's past wrong, right? That can be a negative downward side. But however, in as much as we know and you know in your heart the negative downwards trend, we're here 30 plus click. We want to point to the right direction. We want to share experiences, not just the perfect side. We also want to share how we were able to turn the stride around towards looking at the other side. After the breakfast is served, after the friendship is torn apart, it's very important. Beyond the friendship, turn the light on you. That's the way to become a better person. That's the way to grow. What did I do wrong? Even if you're so proud and you cannot go back to apologize, that's okay, right? Not like that's okay in the positive sense, but that's okay in the negative side. But let's move on with that. What did you do wrong? What would you have done differently? Where did you hurt this person? So why these questions about what happened, what you contributed to the breakfast is very important. It helps you to learn. It helps you to grow because there are still other people you have in your space as friends, right? You don't want to lose all your friends because if you lose all your friends, you'll be so broke and you'll be so empty. The currency you spend tomorrow is the quality of friends you have. And friendship don't just happen. You nurture it, you grow it. And so if you still have those bad characters, those bad traits, and those bad behavior, you would slowly lose all your friends and you'll be alone. So turn that spotlight on you. Where did you get it wrong? What did you do differently that made the other person mad at you? And so these are little baby steps that would help you particularly to become a better person.
I think that from my point of view, also it's also about having the right group of people around you too. I say this to say, it is possible that you have friends who enable your bad behavior, that's not going to help you grow, and that's not going to help you evolve. I think one of the reasons I really like you, Yo-Yo, as a person is because whenever I tell you something, like it's annoying in the time, but you're not like, oh, okay, cool. You're like inquisitive, like, so what did you do in this instance? How did you react? And then before you give your judgment, you'll have a balanced view of things. Sometimes you do not support me, which is really why I brought the matter. But the fact remains is that you hold me accountable to the standards that has been set before me, and I think that that's important to have as friends. You can have people who yaskoing you to death and will not grow but if you have people who are honest with you, people who will hold you to higher standards, you can be able to turn that spotlight on yourself and say, hey, I fucked up here. Oh, okay, sorry. F-bomb.
Move on.
You can be able to turn that spotlight on yourself and realize that this attitude, this mentality is not going to help me grow. It's not going to help me be a better person. It's not going to help me evolve as a human. And so therefore, I need to do better. And I think that's important. The quality of people around you is very important as we go through daily life. Don't just make friends with people who enable your bad behavior, because that's not what you want.
Yeah, yeah. I like the way you put that forth. And also just to build on that. And so to our 30 plus click, we're building a community that is trustworthy. We're building a community that is accountable. And so if one or two of your friends comes to you to give you narratives, please don't hide the truth. You might not be able to spill it rightly, but don't bother about how you spill it. Tell the person the truth. Don't give the person what she wants to hear, and behind the person, then you go backstabbing or backsliding that person. That will really not be nice, because she's vulnerable or he is vulnerable at that time, coming to you and giving you the story and asking you, what do you think I did wrong? Don't just go supporting and raining praises when in your heart, you know the truth in your heart and you kept it. And so let's build a better community from one to another person, and then we can influence our world.
And honestly, just to piggyback off what you said there, and if you find that a person has brought an issue regarding a friendship or relationship, that you're not in, you want to tell them the truth but don't know how, well, that's why we're here. Feel free to share that with us. We have our social media handles, 30 plus click on our social media. Go there. And leave us a DM or send us an email. And we will be able to have it as part of our episodes to address it. And you can count that we will, for sure, be as honest can be. But in all this, we just want to build a community of upstanding people, right? And the best way to do that is, once the friendship is over, look inward and see, what did I do wrong? What can I change? How can I be better? I think that when we have this mentality, that we will grow. Um, yeah, okay. Thank you.
All right. So Max, I just wanted to add one point. It's a question to you. Have you ever lost a friend and she did not say anything to you? She just walked away from her life. She gave you a very silent breakfast.
Um, I mean, not really. So there were I have had issues with my friends, but we've had opportunities to resolve. So I wouldn't say a silent breakfast. I also understand that people's life, as we become adults, people grow and people grow apart, and that's life. That's not breakfast, right? that's just life. You know, 1 minute we're working in the same direction, and the next minute we might not be working in the same direction. So I wouldn't say that I've had that experience where a breakfast really happened and someone just gave me a silent breakfast. But also that I'm also not the kind of person to stand for a silent breakfast, because I'm the kind of person that likes to address things and get to the bottom of it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
That's very good. And so to some people that you've lost a friend or you were building a friendship and the person just went off your radar. You see the person, you send messages, no response, she doesn't take your call or he doesn't take your call, and it's just quiet. And you keep asking yourself, what did I do wrong? And nobody seems to give you the answer. You've cried, you've talked about it, you've tried, you made every effort. Girl, take a break. That's okay. The world is over 9 billion. And so, in as much as we are with you in this loss, we're also pointing your eyes to the other 9 billion people in the world that can be your friend. And so, if they've walked out and they couldn't tell you what you did, that make them to just walk away and just get off your radar, that's okay. They don't have to be there. You have many other people that can be there. And so I know the importance of friendship. Some people tend to hold friendship so high in a very high esteem, and they don't know how to let go, and they really don't want to let go. I will tell you a story. And so I had this she's not my friend anyway, but just trying to open up to friendship. So she used to teach my children. And I love the way she teaches my children back then in Nigeria. And so that month end, I paid her. No, rather, the month did not end. She came to me. I was like, oh, she's so sorry that she needed to do something with money and this, that, if I can just pay her half. I was like, well, I trust you. You can do your job. I gave her the full month. And that was it. She didn't pick my call. She didn't reply my text message. In fact, she blocked my line. Huh. I tried. I even sent people to her. No response, no message, no nothing. I was like, okay. I lost my heart and I moved on. And 2 years later, I sent her a message that what happened because, well, in as much as I like to move on, I like to know the why so that I can always
Mhm.
be a better person. What happened? And something emergency came up. I needed to leave the city. I needed to leave the town. I traveled. I'm sorry. I will make it up to you. I was like, that's okay. Thank you. And she sent a couple of messages. I did not read it. I did not read it, and I did not reply because I just wanted to be sure that I did not offend her. I didn't do anything wrong. And I was ready to even apologize if I did anything wrong. But so those silent treatment can really be painful. And so if you're about to do that, please no, just send a text and tell the person why you're walking away. Tell the person why this would not work. That way, bring context to the person's thought process, and the person is able to take it and move on as well. Max, what do you think?
Honestly, I'm not one that stands for bad behavior. I see a lot of bad behavior. And I think in another episode, we will revisit this story and dissect it better because, I'm cognizant of time at this moment. But I would say, even though you're the person in this situation, and I'm going to say this to you, don't encourage or don't condone bad behavior, because sometimes some people are just badly behaved. And even though this person's like, oh, like there are so many different things that this person could have done differently and handled this situation. I don't even want to talk about the fact that, money was involved and money was taken. I don't want to, address that right now because, like I said, in a different episode, we will revisit this matter and talk about it. But like, as a 30 plus clicker, while I encourage everybody to be the best version of themselves, to show up in the best way, I also encourage you not to uphold or condone bad behavior from people. If people mess up and if people act the way that is they're not supposed to, then please be very comfortable in letting it go, because what is for you is for you, and what is not for you is definitely not for you.
Absolutely nice. So thank you so much for listening to our channel. And if you've made it this far, thank you. You're really, 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 really our VIP. And so we love you for being patient. And also we thank you for listening to us. And also want to ask you, please put it on your WhatsApp status. Please send it to a friend. Please send it to your WhatsApp group. And please just keep on sharing and beyond sharing. Please follow. We really appreciate you. Thank you and have a wonderful Saturday and a beautiful week next week. Take care.
Bye.